It's about 10 months of staying absolutely single. Ah, I can't just imagine how fast the months have just come by. And it's strange for me that has been in a relationship and all of a sudden it just ends without your notice or anything. And you're back to being single. And it's not like I have always been a dating type of person. This is the longest relationship I have ever stayed in my entire life. Almost more over 2 years or 2 years plus. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot. But right now, just being single alone and seeing the way things are has opened my eyes to understanding myself. And I'm talking of this is like post breakup. We are talking of post breakup. And I've come to a place where there's this peace and more focus on building myself than staying with somebody and you're always thinking of that person, putting the person first before yourself. Because I know that's what most any responsible man would always subscribe to, especially if he's in a relationship. He would always find a way, just make sure that the woman is okay. And sometimes you can, this is from a place of selflessness. And most times you find yourself always thinking about this person, trying to put this person in every situation you find yourself in. You are going somewhere, you are considering about this person. You want to eat, you are considering about this person. You want to do this, any task you want to do, you have to consider about this person. But when you get single, now the focus is on you. You are thinking more of yourself, how to improve your life, how to become better, how to stay alive, how to stay alive from evil people. And it's just a crazy experience, like post breakup. I've never, as the experience is it's really tangible and effective because you start to see things. I recall, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I was listening to Pretty Slowly by Benson Boone, and it was exactly, that song hit home. It was exactly the way I felt. The lyrics was exactly everything that was in my head. How you lose somebody and the person is trying to come back and you're telling the person that you're no more the same person, that you left that person version of yourself at home, that you are totally a different person. And it's a reality because right now I'm a total different version of who I was back then when I was in a relationship. If she ever dares to even try to come back, because I know she won't. Because the level of, when it comes to her, the level of masculinity I radiate is enough to just make her nervous in every situation. Every situation. So even her considering to come, she would not want to feel that. She would not want to feel that. That's what I'm saying based from experience. So back to, you are you're a different version of yourself the moment that breakup happens. A different version. And that song was amazing. Pretty Slowly by Benson Boone. That song was, I played that music on repeat it was yesterday. I played it on repeat for so long because it hit home. There's this freedom that just comes. You start thinking more of yourself. building yourself, because from the day that happened, it was like there was a sigh of relief. That was the way I felt when it happened, when the breakup happened. I was so relieved. I was like, thank God. So now I could do what I want to do, a lot of things. And not like because that person was in my life, the person was hindering me, but it's just that the person made my progress slow, and the person wasn't in line with what was in my mind. And the thing is, I obviously didn't tell her my vision and where I was leaning to. So she's a young girl, so she has options that she could explore that are better than me currently, right now as we speak. So it was actually, I know it's a very good choice for her, and I wish her all the best. But at the same time, because I knew that what I had in front of me was something that I would definitely have to go walk alone with. It's a solo journey, because there was no how I would try to convince her for her to even hop into that vision I had. And I'm such a person that I don't like to tax people and give them lots of burden that they will now feel like, no, it's a problem for them to do it. So I just let them be who they are, and I just observe if there's someone I can actually do something with them long term. So I just don't like disturbing people in general. That's my point. And looking back, I really enjoyed the relationship, but at some point it started becoming very toxic, and which I just, it got to a point I just wasn't capable of tolerating the BS in the relationship any longer. But post breakup right now, I'm a whole different person when it comes to the way I see relationship and moving forward, marriage, or anything that has to do with family. I see it totally different. And, and I've always had this perspective of someone who would have a lot of partners, but in a confined, controlled manner, much more like a polygamist or someone who practices polygamy would do. I've always thought of that, but it requires a lot of resources to be able to do that. And at the same time, I've thought of, why not just stay single? You understand women. You can attract any woman. You can seduce any woman. Why not stay single? Make your money. And if you want to have any interactions with women, why not engage with them? You engage with them, and after that, you still go on with your life and move on and do stuff. Then there are thoughts of having kids as well. And I'm still like, I can still have kids without even any serious commitment. And these are just different ideas being thrown around, because if you look at the terrain, the relationship terrain we're experiencing right now in the world at large, because it affects everybody. This is a serious pandemic that is happening when it comes to the relationships that we are having. You see, the quality is it's not worth dying for. The quality of relationships you're having now is not worth dying for. It's not worth losing your life for as a man. And you start seeing all these things, and you start to find loopholes, because it's a losing game. And at the same time, if you want to engage, you have to find a loophole. You have to find an error. You have to find a bug that you can exploit. And when you exploit it, you can take over the system. So it's more for me, who is much more like an onlooker who is watching, a spectator who is just watching, and at the same time drawing my analysis and trying to find loopholes that I can exploit in a good manner, so I can replicate my seed and still have control as a man in the lives of my children. thoughts keep flying around and you start to evaluate because you have to make certain conscious decision because it's your life and your future. And if I had not, if I was still in a relationship right now, I will not be thinking this way. I will not be thinking this way. I promise you for sure. I'll be drowning in the box right now. I'll be drowning in the box because I'm getting the box every single day from the girl I'm staying with. But I now realize that, thank God, it's really an eye opener because once post breakup, your eyes opens to the realities of life. If you are someone who is open minded, you start seeing things better and clearly, you start understanding a lot of reasons why things are happening when it comes to relationship. And is relationship today sustainable if we are talking about relationships? So these are the questions you keep asking yourself as someone who wants to be successful with his relationships in life. And it's the if for you to come to this point of thinking this way means you are existing in freedom. You're experiencing freedom as a man, and which I am very delighted. There are a lot of things, numerous things that are happening that I'm so happy to just be to explore, like cooking for myself again, doing things for myself, just to improve my life, trying to smell nice for myself. Unlike before, I'll have to sacrifice. The money I will use to buy a perfume, I would probably use it for something else that would please me and her. Maybe food, for instance, provide for food. And I'm just saying a lot of things, you just have to consider, just be considerate about, because you're with someone else and you're thinking about the person as well. So certain events will come, you will think of, she likes this and this, we'll have to go out, you spend money. And this is when you're on a budget and you are earning a low income and you're just trying to make things work. You know how girls of nowadays are, the younger generation, how they are, Gen Zs. So it's crazy. And the expectations are just berserk. So for me, this experience is beautiful. I won't lie. I think I will have to maximize and enjoy this feeling and experience to the max. I have to, because I'm beginning to appreciate it more. Why I'm single, I'm beginning to appreciate it more and see reasons. So it's one of those things that I would implore men to try. They should try it out. To help in making them have clear focus of the direction they are meant to take in their life. Because at the end of the day, you're the driver. You're the driver of your life. You're the driver. So you need that foresight. And it's best when you're single. You can build things. You can build things and build things and build things. So, but when you are in a relationship, it's you're carrying a lot of load. But when you're on your own, you can build things effectively. So that's it, guys. Just enjoy your singlehood, maximize it, and think about your future. Plan ahead of your future. Make certain investments. Make certain risk. Because at some point I couldn't take certain. I took some risk, but I was still mindful because of someone I was staying with. So you see, these are the things. These are the pros and the cons that comes with staying in a relationship. And it's crazy. Or these are the cons, actually, the cons of relationships. Well, there are pros as well, but the main thing is, at the end of the day, try as much as possible to build when you're single. So guys, we'll see in the next video and we have some more. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day and stay blessed. Bye.